Surprise! I'm back for a sound session. And oh, I thought I opened that, but I did not. Shut her open. Shut her open. Shut her open. And then I thought what I might do for today, except for I gotta write something down now. Fun. Okay, sorry. I think I'm gonna start working some of it out. Actually, maybe I'll call it that. Yeah. I was gonna call this ADSR day. I had this idea. I was like, what if I had one of my sessions, maybe like one a week or something, that was devoted to just talking about production and like just the really, really basic shit, like what stuff means and how it all works, so that people kind of like get a feel for it. So I decided that today I want it to be ADSR day. Oh, and Ableton live. I should probably fix that typo. I guess it doesn't matter, but now it's fixed. So ADSR, damn it. You know what I was going to do? I don't want to do this. Let's see. Let's try this. Go like so. Okay, hold on. So I'm kind of just arranging some ideas I had, but so like one of the things, it's just, so when I started working on in studio software, especially like, so like, what are some things I worked with first? What was that one called? Fuck, I don't even remember names now. And then I worked in Fruity Loop Studio for a long time. I work in Ableton now. And trying to learn how to navigate production and studio work and especially these DAWs, these desktop, no, something workspace, fucking digital audio workspace. God damn it. And but the DAWs, so this workspace, right, is just figuring out what everything means and like how it all's put together and like run. Like how do you make it go, right? Like how do you make sound? How do you make sound happen? How do you make music happen? Like what button where do I put in the quarter and song comes out? And so that, like what's all the in between stuff? And that's just really complicated in like, you know, any setting. So when you start like fresh knowing nothing, that's a really like high bar to try and figure out like how you're going to get to, you know what I mean? And so I was like, well, a lot of things that I didn't totally fucking get. Luckily for me, a lot of visuals on a lot of the plugins and stuff and a lot of spaces. So you can start to learn what a lot of the things do with those added layers too. So you get some visual feedback, you get some sound feedback when you're hearing how sounds change and stuff. But it's still like, you know, it's up to you. Like I didn't have anyone that was like, it's not like a video game where they're like, hey, here's the first level tutorial. Let's look at ADSR. This is what this stuff means. And this is how it works. And here are some examples. Like you just do it, right? And get into it. You know, I suppose like at universities or something, or like, you know, art schools and shit, like they probably in studio classes do that more. What's the word I'm looking for? Explicitly, teach that shit more explicitly. And so I was just thinking through like talking about how these different things work. So in for ADSR, A is just stands for attack, D stands for decay, and R stands for release. And so yeah, let's just do this actually. Let's go back here. That's weird. I didn't realize I moved anything. There's something called ADSR, since that's what I'm going to talk about for a little bit here. And so like when we say that, it's referring to an envelope of some form. So, like in this wavetable here, this ADSR envelope is visualized by this little graph here. And so there's an attack and a decay and a sustain and a release section in here. And so what this is saying is that when we have an envelope, so there's like another thing there is that people talk about envelopes then, and you're like, what the fuck's an envelope? I don't know what the fucking envelope is. I mean, I know what an envelope is, but like when you're first starting, no one fucking knows what an envelope is. So like what an envelope is essentially like, I should like at some point I'll make graphics or some shit so that I can show this a little bit more visually what I mean some of these things. But the way an envelope works in this context, I'm going to talk about specifically, and then it can vary a little bit in different contexts depending on how this context is. So I'm not going to give like the very broad sort of overview of what an envelope is. I'm going to talk about what this envelope does. What this envelope does is it takes an input signal, sound. Oh, I have a graph of this somewhere that I made. I don't want to have to track it. Well, maybe I'll track it down and stream. This is all fucking low key shit. Maybe I'll get some music going. I'll see if I can track down this graph I made. And so you got this sound that's going into, is that the right way? Into? Yeah, that's your left to right. Okay, my right to left. So it's going like into some output device, right? I'm gonna go this way. Holy fuck. Why is the angle so funny? So much different than I realized. Anyway, right, so sound comes in, hits the envelope, and then comes out. So what the envelope does is it just says, this is an amplitude envelope. So it's saying how high, or maybe they means for amplification, but anyway, for how high are the peaks of the sound going to be as they go through. So really like how loud is it going to be? So it's going to start off 0 loud. It's going to be off, right? And it's going to turn on to 100%. So let all of the sound through as loud as it's coming in. And then over time, it's going to decay a little bit down to this new sustained level here. And so now it's only going to let through, like this one right here is minus 6 dB. Super rough way is it's about 25% of a bunch of mass shit. So anyway, makes it smaller by a certain amount. And then, so there's the new sound that's this loud instead of all of however loud it was. So it comes in, ramps up to full volume, and then it lowers. So it's basically like someone said, hey, let's turn it on. Now slowly lower the fader a little bit, and I'll leave it here until the sound stops. And then once the sound stops, or once it's time for the sound to stop, then there's also this release here. And so that's like, if the sound was still going and you're like, shit, but I want to manually make it like fade out, but I don't want to just be a hard cut. This release here is how long it takes for you to go down back to 0 volume again on your fader if you were like manually working with a mixer or whatever, right? But for the volume to get back down to 0. And so that's how these envelopes work. And so you get like cool different sounds out of this. How do let me just set this up like this for now. I'll probably throw a sequencer on here at some point so we have some background noise while I'm thinking aloud through all this stuff. And how many? I grabbed 8 of those fucking things. Damn, son. All right, let's do like half notes maybe. I don't know. A, E, C, D. And let's just do a bunch of those. I just want to hear, oops. So this is just what it sounds like right now. So as I was saying, like this, the other thing I left out when I was talking about this. So if we're just talking about attack right here, well, let me just show you kind of what like just a block sound sounds like. It's just sound coming through. So here's the little kind of choppy cuts in between, because that's when it's going 0 volume back to full volume again as it changes notes as it goes through this. So that was what it would just sound like if there was no envelope. It just sound me hitting keys and then letting go of keys, right? Well, like even on a piano, so if you're playing a piano, the way the piano works, you hit a key, it triggers a hammer that hits a string. Piano is just a giant harp in a box. So it hits one of the harp strings and that makes it rattle. And so as you're holding it down, what happens is, so you hit the key, hammer hits once and then stays up. As soon as you let go of the key again, the hammer goes down and then set rests on the string, muting it, making it not make the sound anymore. So, but even if you do that, like in a piano, even if you just like let go, right, the sound doesn't stop immediately because it's sound in a box and it's reverberating. And so there's reverb that takes a certain amount of time before that sound completely dissipates. So that's that release. If you're trying to sort of mimic some of that just within, in this case, like a synthesizer, right? So I'm going to talk about kind of like these individual pieces here now. So I want to talk about the attack first when it's like this, especially with this nice square envelope, because then we can really start to hear the difference of what it sounds like. So remember, right now what happens is when the MIDI clip hits a key on the keyboard, then it automatically just goes straight to full volume, just immediately snaps all the sound right in. So what you can do is you can ease up on that so it's not the sound all hitting the speaker so fast. And so you get, so if I make this a little longer, so that click you're hearing, so part of the problem right now with the way that I have this set up is that there's actually two clicks. It's the sound clicking off and the sound clicking on. And they're both happening at basically the same time because I have these notes running back to back. Actually, maybe I should do this. So make this easier to hear sort of the difference between these sounds. I'm going to put a little rest in between these so they have this. Oh, let's just do it for all of them. That's silly. I don't know why I made it smaller then. Okay. So like going back here. So here you go. Click, click. Click. So there's like that two clicks. So we can get rid of one of those clicks. So you hear after the click now it goes vroom, kind of just eases into the note. So these longer, you can make it like very noticeable. You can do it to just make it sound ever so slightly softer as it comes in. And so then now the other thing is that other click, right? And so that's where the release takes care of it. Because if it just stopped, right? To use the analogy, it's not exactly the same in digital, but to give us kind of an analogy between the sort of analog setting and what's happening here is that if the hammer hits down after you let go of the key inside the piano, the hammer inside the piano key, and well, that's still a noise, right? Like you're gonna hear that little click. Like if you're playing guitar and you put a palm and you palm mute, like when you go to actually mute it, like there's still sound involved, whether it's your hand hitting the strings or you hit too hard, the string hits the like pickup, whatever it may be. So you get that's that click. This is that ending click. And so if we wanted it to just be softer or sound more sort of natural, or like I said earlier, like maybe some of the natural reverb in the piano case or like an acoustic guitar body in a room, you know, then you just bring that release out. Now it's softer. I can make it even just a little longer. And so that takes care of some of the characteristics of sound that we're looking for out of an instrument. So like when we're talking about an amplification envelope inside a synthesizer that's affecting, that's shaping the sound that's coming out of this thing, then that's what we want, right? We want to be able to control the character. So sometimes we want them tight like this. Like if I want something to be super duper choppy, so actually let's do this now. Let's grab grab a sequencer. Let's just do this. Is it not going to do it because I don't have it on? Because that's annoying. There we go. So if we have something like this where it's going pretty fast, then it's all running into each other, right? And we might be like, we don't want it to run into each other so much. And you want to be able to kind of differentiate between the different notes. Like, oh, hold on. Let me make this. This will make my point a little clearer. So there's a little bit in there. There's a nice little happiness in there. But maybe that's not what we're going for, right? Maybe you wanted it to just kind of ring out longer, which these are just going to run into each other, so that might not be where we're going to go. But now they're doing that, right? So maybe not something like that. But we're like, I want the individual notes to kind of poke out more so I can hear them, each individual little hit. Right now, it just sounds kind of like light thumping with our fingers, right? Maybe I want something sharper or like more noticeable. And so the way we do that is we let our ears are attuned to picking up transient sounds and informant sounds. It's how we distinguish and make meaning out of a lot of the sounds we hear, especially like vocals, like how we communicate verbally with each other in spoken language, right? Like, so there's a lot of this happens in the transient of a sound. So like the first couple milliseconds of however many milliseconds, we'll get to that in a second, but however many milliseconds of sound that you hear in a new sound. So that's how we hear the difference between different sounds so that we can differentiate. So that's why we have consonants in our language. That's why we have T's and K's and all those hard sounds. Those are transient sounds when we're talking about what we're working with, like in studio and sound design. And so that's one of the things that we want to be able to kind of like pick up on. One of the other, what was I talking about? The other thing about sound that formants. I don't need to talk about that right now. That's another thing to talk about. But if we can utilize that idea of our brain and our ears being used to pick up transient sounds by focusing on the transient sound. So what we can do here is we can say, let's make this transient period here, these initial notes every single time at full volume, which I don't think this one. See, a lot of synthesizers won't even let you. A lot of just plugins in general that have envelopes built in won't even let you drop that initial one. It's always 100%. Although usually you can control it somewhere else. Like if I was worried about that, I would just control it with the output volume at the end. But anyway, like if it was too loud or something, or if it wasn't loud enough. So it's going to be 100% of whatever it's initially working with here. Sort of its reference signal, and then its input signal. And then we can say, but I just want to hear it initially, and then I want some other things to happen in the background, or I don't want my brain to be just hearing sound after the initial one, so that I can tell the difference between each like beat, right? You want to know each beat when it hits. So the way we do that is we just lower this sustain. We say, okay, we'll make that after volume less. So here you can vary, that's how that like higher pitch tapping that we hear right now. So you can hear kind of the tone of it down here, but there's this like tapping, and we're getting a little bit of low end tapping here, but there's this tapping that we're getting from that. And that's this transient sound. And that's what our brain picks up on that goes along with the note that's being sustained here. We put both of those pieces of information together in our brains to make meaning of this sound, of the information that we're taking in, right? So maybe we have something like this, and we're like, well, this isn't pokey enough. I'm not getting enough tap out of it to differentiate between the notes. But now I'm not getting enough of the note, the tone, the sound, what are the music that I wanted to get out of it, right? The pleasant part. So I can distinguish, but it's all not pleasant. It's like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of really unpleasant notes all together. Can I get some pleasant sounds together? So one of the ways we can do that is we can just ease into that lower sustain a little bit. And that's the decay. So the decay is how long it takes to go from the height, the max, down to whatever our sustain level is. So all this time that the volume is the amplifier or amplification, or the volume, the gain is higher, we're hearing the tone also then. And it's not until it gets out here that we start to lose it. And so you can do that. to get back some of the sound, but not have so much sound. And so from a sound design perspective, from mixing and mastering, from studio work and shit like that, that's really key. Because here's the thing is like all of this extra sound, when you're working on an entire project, an entire song, there were other sounds going also. And if all those sounds are at max volume the whole time, then you're just pumping max volume through everything and you can't tell the difference between anything that way either. So from like a, you know, from even from a design perspective, it's nice to have stuff like this because you can sort of really sculpt these synthesizers and the sounds that are coming out of them in ways that are work better with your end product down the line. So it's once you start to see sort of like beginning and end stuff, I'm really on a fucking tear right now, aren't I? and so, but anyway, so when you start being able to see kind of like beginning and then end stuff, as far as like right now we're talking about very beginning stuff, like how do you just make sound versus an end result where you have like, you know, actual like a finished finished product. I want to say product and project at the same time because I like them as projects, but product is the word we usually use, but it just feels so capitalistic, you know what I mean? Whereas project feels more creative to me. Anyway, doesn't fucking matter. Weird philosophical side of my brain. But so anyway, yeah. So here's kind of how we see it in synthesizers, and there's some other places I wanted to talk about it also. Dude, what did I even fucking do? Envelopes. Oh yeah, we see them in dynamics and yeah. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna mess with this sound for a little bit so we can get some sound out of this, and then I'm gonna put some drums, and I'm gonna talk about ADSR and compression and dynamics. But let's do this first. See what kind of sound we want in here. What if this is some kind of grungy? It's kind of cute right now, but I like that thing. You know what? Let's go to these. Some of these are fun. Oh, no. We're doing this. No, I want... Ah! Oh, yeah. Nah, this isn't gonna do what I wanted to do. Okay, let's just go back to what I had. What was I? Yeah, fuck fuck it, let's just do... No, A's are fun. What, D? All right, I said I would get drums. What do I want to do for drums? Ooh, let's do this because there's some visuals in it I can use. Ooh, you know what? No, let's do this for now. So I'm gonna just drop some kicks in here real quick, but they're tones right now because I haven't done anything with operator. So they're gonna come across as C notes. Hey! Oh, thanks for the, yeah, awesome. Thanks. I'm glad you like it. And my, all right, so with kicks, what I was going to talk about here is the same thing. We got the envelope. I'm using a synthesizer here to do it. Actually, no, let me get the kicks first. Sorry, that's not what I want to talk about. So, I mean, I can't. I'll talk about while I'm doing it. So what I'm going to do is set this thing. I'm going to put my kick at like, I don't know, 55. I'm going to bring this decay down. So just get those little shorter kicks. They don't just ring out forever. And then, let's see, I'm gonna add just some harmonics, make it a little bit more pronounced. Let's do it aside. Oops. Or maybe, what if I did this? There we go. And then I'm gonna just do it just with this one. Sometimes I'll put some different kinds of transients, and I'm gonna do that just with my pitch envelope here. All right, so I got a kick, and so the sort of profile of it, the time profile of this kick, amplitude over time looks like this, and so one of the other places that ADSR shows up is with dynamic effects, and so compression. Being dynamic, what it does is it takes in input signal, and then on the fly, based on the information from that input signal, it's making choices about whether or not to decrease volume. So compress the sound, make the volume lower at places, really. So it's just this dynamic thing that increases and decreases volume. To oversimplify this, that increases and decreases volume, or increases, I guess, to whatever you set its normal amount at. Well, there's other ways. I'm gonna get myself in a fucking tangent. Instead of having to like sit there while watching sound and listening and like trying to do a bunch of little, fader moves by hand, right? Like this is what a compressor does for us. And so, like if one of them, I'm like, I like this kick sound, but just the peak's getting up too high. It's too loud. And so I just want to hear more of like this whole fuller sound. Well, then we can just like crank down on this and knock a lot of it out. So now like that output sound is cutting off a lot of the top there. Now we lost some volume though. So like, that's why I like makeup and shit. That's sort of a different part of the conversation. It's not necessarily directly related to the way envelopes work in this. And so the attack is just saying how long to get to whatever your gain reduction is, like how long to take to get there. So it's sort of like the opposite of what the envelope looks like when we're talking about an amplification envelope. Where am I? Like on this fool here, right? Here's my amplification envelope. So it's saying how loud to get, whereas the and how fast to get, to full loudness. Whereas this is now going to say on my attack, get to full compression in 1/100th of a millisecond. Or I could have it take more time. So I use dynamics a lot for actually sculpting these sounds more. So like one of the things I might do is before I compress this, I might say I want to saturate this, or maybe sort of reverse compress it, but do something else with it. So I like this because it's just this big gnarly fucking plugin that Ableton has called Drum Bus. But I can make these sounds like way meaner. Like you see them jump up already once they got there. But here's like the cool thing. So you can, the cool thing for what I want to talk about for a second. So we can do something like this where we bring in that decay, this boom makes it like last longer too. So there's also, oh, hold on. I was compressing the whole time and forgot to let like that sound happen. There's like normal. Oh, it's because it's driving. Hold on. Do not drive first. Would have liked it if that was kind of close to what it was coming in. Well, you know what? Well, that's still that. Yeah. So that's what it sounds like normal. And it gives a little bit of gain anyway, just because some of the default settings here. So if you put this around the same frequency as when I have this, that resonance just goes for so fucking long when you put the boom on, which I dig. So let's just crank that. I'm bringing the volume down a little bit so we can kind of see it. Oops, if I can get a hold of this. So now, like, this is what our fucking drums look like, right? And maybe I'm like, well, I want some of that nonsense. I just don't want all of that nonsense, right? So this is what I do a lot with drums. I like to use compression. Mostly. I mean, not always. I don't always make the sounds myself. Sorry, I'm going back. I was like I do this. I get on tangents and just fucking dump for a bit and then like we can chat again. But so, hold on, let me bring this down just a little bit because it's like that's a lot to put up with right now. Do I always make my sounds myself? Mostly, yeah. I don't sometimes. There's other things I do, like when I'm working on very specific projects, usually if it's like involves either other people or like, like remixes and resamples and stuff, then, it's other people's stuff that I'm using. But I start most of the stuff from scratch because I get ideas at this point that are just like, I'm like, I know exactly what I want, or at least close to it. And so instead of trying to like search through like a whole bunch of kick samples, I'm like, well, I gotta find I have to go through like a 1,000 kick samples and find the one that sounds like what I had in my head, or I can just like make it. So now I just usually make these things on the fly as I go when I'm playing around. And then do I use plugins? I do. So one of my favorite ones, I didn't do it this time just because of what I wanted to look at with compression here. Is just easier to kind of see what's going on with Operator. And I like Operator anyway. But one of the plugins I actually use a lot. Actually, let's just do that. Hold on, let me take this off. I'll just drop that in here. One of the ones I use a lot is Chow Kick. This one's free. And one of the things I like about it is in terms of sort of like ease of use, it's very... Sorry, I just want to... It's a little bit harsh in my ears. But so this one is free and it's by Chowdery, or like I think that's his handle, their handle. I don't know what they are. But and then Chowdery SP, I think is like the line of work they do on their website. And So that's a plugin I'll use for kicks a lot, just because it's quicker a lot of times than using Operator. Granted, I do like kind of the same thing now with Operators so many times that it goes pretty quick anyway. So it's kind of 6 one, half dozen the other. But it's also just, it's really basic. Like I get lost sometimes in Operator if I'm not paying attention to what I'm clicking on. Whereas this has everything shred up in front of me. And so it's real nice and easy. But this also kind of reminds me of, I don't remember what that other fucking kick synth is that's super popular. And I don't remember if it's like, it's from one of the big companies and it's super popular with like a lot of the fucking YouTube producers. And that one looks really cool too. I just don't own it. So I use what I have most of the time, and I'm bad about getting out and buying. Like, in fact, I have new Ableton. This is Ableton 11, and I have Ableton 12, and I just haven't even installed it yet because I don't know. I get used to using what I have in front of me already. And then I just really like Wavetable, so I use it a lot because it's easy to get some pretty quick basic sounds out synth-wise that I'll use. Let me see if I can get this boom out more. There we go. So now we got these booming kicks. Let's put this at like 50. Will it let me? Yeah. 5. So I turn this back on. Why are you being weird now? Oh. It's just like flattening that fucking at the end there. Oh, that's nasty. I don't want that much of it to make this point. But so maybe I don't want them so booming, you know, but I still want them to hit hard like they're hitting. So what I'll do is I'll just increase the attack so it doesn't clamp down on it immediately while that transient's going and doesn't hit until later. And so I can do shit like this where now we still get the same peaks, but it's pinched some of that stuff, that volume down after the peak hit. So you're effectively just decreasing the decay of whatever those input notes are, or input individual input signals, spikes, the transients. Let's see if I want to do anything else with this. There's with a bunch of bass, and then there's with more pop, less bass in it. All right, now what I want to do, let's make some sounds out of this. Hold on, I want to clean up this a little bit. It's kind of annoying in my ears right now. Actually, fucking, I already said I was going to do this. So let's just tighten this up here. There we go. Already better. Okay. Now what do I want to do with this? Put you in a drum rack. Fuck it, I'm gonna play for a little bit. Let's do this. Oh, you know what I was going to play with, actually? I was doing this the other day. Let's just get some quick scale up here. Where are you? Oh my god, AC, what are you doing? There we go. Hitting all the wrong keys in the wrong orders. Fucking up. What did I fuck up? Maybe just want like several. Fuck yeah, let's do it. More! Okay. Yes. Actually, no. Okay, let's make you less gross. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Let's go basics. This though. Let's make you different. this. Okay, let's put something in here just so it sounds neater. Oops. Okay, this is getting too repetitive though. Let's do something different with this. What are we doing? Look it up. Let's do some shit with that for now. Ooh. Alright, let's make this a little bit less obnoxious. Come back to this again. I was working on this thing. don't know why this fucking thing's not making me. All right, let's hold on. Switch it up. Let's go basics. So fucking basic. Too pinchy now. Let's ease this thing up a little bit. I need another filter. I need an extra filter. God damn it. All right. Guitar rig saved the day. When in doubt, fuck it up more. Oh, it's gonna load at some point. Eventually. Okay, let's just see what's in presets first. Presets. I don't know. What's the FX types? Mix change. It was weird. What's mashup? Oh, it's probably the mashing tool. Makes sense. Resample. I don't know. Anything silly? Is spacious silly? Oh, actually, you know what? Something along these lines. Maybe this will do something like this. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna create a little sort of auto delay thing. For this, I'm gonna put on random binary. And then I'm gonna go to delay. Let's see, I'm just by 8s, I think. And then I'm gonna have it go just like on terminating beats. So we got 4, that'll be a beat. If I make this a full measure. All right, so we got full measure, 4th beat. No, let's do 3rd beat. And so what this will do is I'm gonna set this up so it turns this off except for on the 3rd beat, so it can only trigger that delay on the 3rd beat anyway. It gives it a little bit more kind of controlled sort of randomness, which is fun. And it's not just going the whole time too, 50% of the time, roughly, random probability. So let's see, you're gonna go here, and then you're gonna go here, but you're only gonna go up to 50. Saturate these a little bit too, I think. What do I want to do it with though? Maybe I do parallel. I could just angry crunch. Yeah, let's do this. Hold on. Too much. Stop for a second. Ooh, you might be cool. I got a sound going. I feel a little bit better about all this now. All right, fucking hands. I gotta turn my heater back on. Oh. Studio gets cold as shit in the winter. And coming out of the winter. All right, but you know what I think I want to try and do? I was working on some vocals in this song the other day. I want to see if I hate them yet. Which one was it in though? See if I can remember. Oh, it was in Goose. Oh, and then I can glitch them through these other parts. Yes. Ideas AC. Maybe this one. There and there. Ooh. I'll cut that down. Figure out which parts I want. haven't done. I haven't cut the way it's. Oh, so it's still moving shit. I got distracted. Fuck. I haven't taken my break yet. I gotta smoke some weed. I also gotta make sure I don't have any meetings today so I can smoke weed. Yeah. Oh, meetings! Nada. Qué bueno. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. Oh, how weird. Goofy ass AC. Just trying to get a feel for how I want to recut this before I glitch it. Oh, goodness. If I start from here. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Dog on it. To you? Dog on it. Boo. All right. Oops. There we go. See how. Where the. That's not where I wanted to be. My bad. Goofy ass. Goofy ass AC. Eso? There we go, we cut it that much. Water bubble, clear another tray, make way to trouble on
on the double, now you let the water bubble. Bubble, bubble. Bubble, bubble.
Bubble, 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 bubble. I think I'll talk cooler ones like glitch it though.
In the backseat, fresh meat in the backseat. Take her home, turn up the heat. Tie her ankles up, let us ski. Read the sheets, gotta prep the meat. Baster, waster, lubricate the mistakes while you wait for her to cook. Cooking up trouble on the double. Now you let the water bubble.
Where did I leave this? Yeah, I'm gonna do. Oh wait, no. Let's do one more pass with the sides. Oh no, cool. I'm still. I think this is exactly what I did last time. I don't know why. Oh, I must have recut and moved again. So I was doing last on this. I was just so much arranging. So much arranging. Okay, so you are gonna be one big thing. And you're going to be one big thing now. Cool. This. Well, fuck it. Let's go back. Let's do glitch. I'll just double it up. Make way, make way, make way. There's some sounds in here. All right, let's see. How do I crank this in though? Let's turn you off for a second. Get another feel for this here.
Gotta prep the meat, baste or waster, lubricate the tire. Gotta prep the meat, baste or waster, lubricate the mistakes while you wait for her to cook. Cook in the bag in the back seat, fresh meat in the bag
in the bag in the back seat, the paper bag with the receipt.
bag in the back seat, fresh meat in the bag.
There we go. Fucking run it. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna do this first though. Run that one. I'm gonna freeze it and get some samples out. I'm gonna save this other one in case I want to generate more samples. Like if after I do the glitch, I don't have as much stuff I like out of it, which is a thing that happens. Turn you off for a second. Let's go in here. Let's just fucking make you big and make you small again. All right, so this is what I do. Robot goat. Actually, I don't like those at all. Hold on, what? This is cool. Hold on, let's make it lighter so I know you're a thing. I'll bring those way back, probably make them spacey and stuff. They'll just create some more ambiance to fill some of this shit in. See. Just slightly off, huh? Oh, I can put it. Nope. Oh, need the second one, I guess. Let's do that. What the la la water bubble? What the la what the la la bubble? This is fun. All right, there's gonna be some stuff to use in there. All right, cool. Fuck, dude. Let's see how this goes. Now let's go from here. Whoop, whoop, Sam! What's up, homie? I'm making noise. I put down some funny vocals down yesterday. Well, funny, like, they just occurred to me. I put them down. It's a song about poultry. Bakes that made a bake to cook with trouble on the double. Water bubble, let the water make way. Eat another day. Like a good bone cracking nap. That's good, right? Is that good? That's good. I think these are different colors, so I know that there's something different. Let the la 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 water bubble. These are gonna turn into some cool shit, I think. I'm gonna have fun with these. Oh, good. Oh, I keep putting off my break. I've been just fucking like yesterday. I was in such a zone. I took my like break, my like smoke break late, and then went long in like music stream, and then played some games. I was playing Sid Meier's Covert Action yesterday. It took me a little bit to like remember how shit works and like refigure out how shit works, but then I was like, I'm at least mini obsessed with it, so I'll probably play some more this afternoon. That's good that's trouble. Good double. Let the water bubble. Wait. Eat another day. Boom, 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 boom. These are gonna be fun once I get them dialed in. Boom, boom. This glitch at the end is gonna be cool. I want to make this sort of kind of like into the outro for this. Maybe I'll put it like, I think I'll put it here. I think what actually, I'll just do it now since I'm thinking about it so I don't forget. I think what I'm going to do is make this kind of radio soundy. Like old beat up radio. So let's just fucking shred it first. You know, I'm just gonna beat it up even more. You just can't distort these things enough, you know. What the fuck? It'll work. There you go. I forgot I had that at the beginning.
Bubble, 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 bubble.
Apparently I just want to put bubble there for some reason. I don't know. I think I thought I grabbed a different word. Maybe I liked bubble. I don't know. There we go. Noise. Boom, boom. Flatten it. Well, it's like a lot of processing effort to put into that. Okay. Well, what do I want to do next? Let's see if this is a fun sound. Don't. Yeah, let's fucking grab this one. I might just. I'm gonna take my break on this one. We'll wait till it goes. So I do it. I was gonna fucking braid my hair, and I didn't braid my hair yet. I might do that when I get back to you. Who knows? Oh, I forgot I made so much noise out of this. Cool fucking sauce. That's right. This thing's turned out cool. Okay, enjoy this. I'll be back in a minute. Oh fuck yeah, I'm back. I got that. Hit that. What do you call it? That sensory overload high. Well, it should be good for a little bit once I process all the input. Oof. But I feel amazing. Once that all levels out, then I can fucking talk normal again. That would be cool too. Be cool too. What else would I want to do with this? Like, shit, it's pretty good little marker for me for time on my break though. 7-minute song. I came back about 30 seconds into that. Or no, it's a 6.5 minute song. My bad. I was looking at the scale wrong. 6:30 there. Less than 6.5 minutes. No, probably around 7-minute break. I was hustling. I don't take showers that fast. That's a weird statement, considering. Okay, you know what? I think I want to fix these little transitions. I don't want to do that. How's this? It just feels like that shouldn't be a problem. Oh wait, are these different? Is this too fast? Is that how I want to do it? Or do I want to ease into it like sooner? Oh no, that's why I did that. Okay, hold on. This isn't fixing the problem I'm having though. Let's do this. Okay, what if instead of that, oops, we did this. Oops. You see how abrupt it is? You get a new car? That's different looking. Neighbor drove up with a car I've never seen before. Time. except for no, then I don't want this. Okay. I don't know why I did it that way. I mean, clearly there was like a problem here that I thought I was trying to solve, but and fucking, man, can I just do it this way? Sweet, do that too. So I just need stuff in here. I just don't know what that stuff is yet. I'll figure that out. I'll figure it out. Ba-ba-ba-ba-dum. Ba-bum-ba-bum. I didn't do anything, did I? I'm such a fucking goober. It was like waiting for it to go to the next project. It doesn't read my mind? Maybe if I update to Ableton 12. Maybe then it'll read my mind. Did they get the read my mind update yet? But you. Oh yeah, this motherfucker. Wait, it's just they put it in here? I guess yeah, I was gonna decide. Yeah, I gotta figure out. This one's kind of on hold though, because I gotta figure out what's this for? What Brandon's doing with it. What's this for? So what do I want to do with this? I just want to kind of like do it as it is. Do some kind of like weird fucking cut out of it and then back into it. Do I just want this drum track like it is? This is not a bad comp already. Let's play. I got an idea. We're gonna do, what am I using? Nothing so far? Yeah, it's fucking cold, isn't it, Simba? Oh yeah, what's it doing? Dancing. Always dancing. Oops. What do I want to do? That's what I should do. Oh, wait, no, I have one of these already. Aha, I built one. Gator. And 16s? Yeah, there we are. And then I'm going to put another glitch on it at the end. This will make shit more uniform. This one. I don't know which one you are. This one. Oh, balls. Alright, hold on. Let's this go here. That's good for me. Shuffler. Sure. Oh no, it stopped. It's in again. How much tails it got on it? There it is. I'm gonna take part of one more pass at this, I think. It's a fun little chain there, though. Fun chain. fun with that one for now. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go try and make sure I eat some food. Flippity flop between streams here. I'm going to come back and play some more covert action after I eat and weed up. Sim, hopefully I'll catch you in a minute. And anyone else out there, hopefully I'll see you then. Have a good break, lunch, whatever's, afternoons, days.